Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of y'all are doing well. I am doing a reading now for just to get a general energy reading for the victims of those who have passed, the victims, that is those who have passed in the Astroworld event. I got a couple of emails from a couple of folks, asking me about Bharti Sahani, asking me to read for her, and another young lady. Let me tell you what her name is. I was asked very specifically. Let me see what her name is. Do I have her text message? Why am I not seeing her text message? Oh, there it is. She wanted me to read for no, not her. I don't know why I can't find it. She sent me the name. Yeah, she sent me the name. Brianna Rodriguez, right? So one of them is Brianna Rodriguez. So let's call out their names. Brianna was how old? 16. Oh my goodness. Shoot. Mirza Danish Beg, 27. Of course, Bharti Sahani, I don't know how old she was, probably 19 or something. I could be wrong with the age. Mirza Danish Beg, here it says 27. Rodolfo Pena, 23. Madison Dubisky, 23. Axel Acosta Villa, 21. Franco Patino, 21. Jacob Urinek, Jurinek. I sincerely apologize if I'm not pronouncing it. I'm not trying to be smart here or whatever. Because I don't know how they pronounce it. Is it Jurinek? So, anywho, Jacob Jurinek, 20. Brianna Rodriguez, 16. John Hilgert, 14. It's like, I don't know, y'all. I'm kind of such, it's, let's just do a reading, okay, and see what happens, the energy. I'm doing the reading now for the people who have passed because of the lack of security, the lack of organization, the lack of, experienced, licensed, qualified security, etc. So I saw the news clipping of where Bharti's mom, like, I couldn't watch it. I watched like the first 5 seconds and I was like, I can't do that. And so I fast forwarded, and then I saw where the attorney, their lawyer, had made a statement. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he said in the video you see the first responders carry somebody on a gurney or something like that, trying to get her off the field, but she fell, and that person is Bharti. I mean, oh my goodness, y'all. How come they didn't strap her to the gurney? How come they didn't? Don't they have straps, like where they strap you just to avoid you spilling over? Because, in accidents and all that, when the person has lost consciousness, they don't have that cognizance of, staying still and all that stuff. How do they have straps on? Why didn't they strap her in? Okay, let's get a reading. Very intense energy. intense energy, y'all. Oh my God. So I have fire and air. Okay. Aries and Scorpio. Hermit and the Empress. The Chariot and the Sun. So let's start. Y'all, I'm very sorry to say this, but I have a feeling there's some more deaths to come because of this. I'm very, very sorry to say this. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. But I do feel that there is going to be more death. Or people are going to be maimed for life. Then we have the air card. Air card is, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So Gemini is, Mercury. Libra is Venus. Aquarius is Saturn. So Saturn and Uranus rules Aquarius. So it's sudden shocks, confusion, illusions. With Libra, it's air, it's Venus, it's that feminine nurturing energy. With Gemini and it's Mercury, it's moving fast. This happened very, very fast, okay? I don't know the exact timelines of, how many minutes it took from the first person to get trampled to the time that the security guards came and kind of did what they did, or didn't do what they were supposed to do. I feel like it happened very fast. People were definitely fighting for breath, obviously. And then you have Aries. And Aries is Mars, right? And Aries is the kind that's like, let's go, let's do, let's think. So with Mars, well, Mars being the planet or the god of war, he's like that force, that energy, that initial energy and that force that propelled all these people forward. That was way too powerful an energy. Okay, so those few moments of that surge of energy was way more than what anybody could tolerate. Then you have Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by Mars again and Pluto. Now remember, Mars again is god of war. You have Aries and Scorpio. And then Pluto is regeneration. So that surge of energy that pushed through was so strong that they could not withstand that. What do I mean that they could not withstand that? They were not prepared for that. If they were prepared, they could have stalled that surge and then maybe not so many people would have been trampled, or they could have completely avoided it. Now, Pluto, as we know, is regeneration, right? This to me is telling me that regardless of whether they had okay, let me rephrase that. Whether they purposefully didn't have qualified, certified, licensed, experienced security guards or not, whether they purposefully chose to ignore the protocols of common sense, like how do you organize these events or not, whether they purposefully set this up to be some kind of a weird ritual or not, regardless of whatever you say, the timing was well calculated by the individuals who I mentioned in the last reading. I'm not going to go on and on and on mentioning their names. So the timing was very well calculated. When you have such strong energy, such as the fire card, and as we know, fire, whatever it touches, it burns. And then you end with Scorpio and it's Pluto, it's regeneration. So this is the beginning and this is the ending, right? First card and the last card. So when you think about a forest fire, for example, it burns everything, it's total destruction. The air carries it. People will be like the wildfire was 10 miles away from us and the next thing we know the wildfire is on top of us. The air carries it. The embers carries the embers. And Mars gives it that momentum and that force and the energy to move even further, to go forward even more stronger. Let me check, is my battery computer connected? Yeah. this Mars energy propels it even further. So there is fire, right? There is fire. Okay, the air pushes it, fans it, okay? Fans it to grow bigger, pushes it, and then behind comes Aries. He says, let's go make it stronger, let's go make it stronger. And then you have Pluto, which says, all right, now it's all burned down, now we'll regenerate. So to me, this certainly does look like a very I don't care what anybody says. One more time, let me make my disclaimer known before I go any further. First and foremost, this is a channel for those who are above the age of 18. These are my opinions, these are my observations, and please do your own research, do your own due diligence, come to your own conclusions, form your own opinions. What your takeaway from this reading is at your discretion. I am not responsible for your actions that may come forth from watching this video. Having said that, if my narrative doesn't fit your convenience or suit your convenience, please move on, find another channel that better fits your narrative. Again, this is a disclaimer. These are my opinions, my observations. Please do your own due diligence, come to your own conclusions, form your own opinions. Okay? Thank you. So, you start with fire and you end with Pluto. So, it's fire destroys, Pluto regenerates. How perfect, right? And then under the fire card, you have the Hermit card. Hermit card, okay, as we all know, is Virgo, right? What does Virgo, who rules Virgo? Virgo is ruled by Mercury, okay? The Hermit card says, look inward, shows the way to wisdom and healing. Okay, that's what the Hermit card says. And Virgo says, Virgo is ruled by Mercury and the Earth. So Mercury, as we all know, is a very poisonous element, substance, whatever you call it. And the best way to neutralize Mercury, as they say, is to put it in the earth. Correct? Now, Virgo being this guy, what's his name? The Hermit card being a Virgo, they are very particular. Let's look at, I'm all over the map here, bear with me, okay? Let's think about Virgos. Virgos are very particular, they're very anal, they're very nitpicky, they are very specific, you know, it has to be like this, it has to be like this, it has to be like this. A lot of organization. Look at the snake in the grass, okay? That to me signifies this has been organized to the T, this event. A lot of planning has gone into this event. You'll be like, well, Kirtana, if you're having a concert like this, a lot of planning goes. Yes, but I'm talking about planning of the other stuff. Read between the lines. And this individual comes off as being very saintly. This individual is the principal character in terms of, or in reference to this whole setup. There are definitely ulterior motives, absolutely, without a doubt. Then you have the Empress card, correct? The Empress card is ruled by Venus. Who else was ruled by Venus here? Who else did I say is ruled by Venus? I didn't. Why do I think that I had mentioned Venus already? Okay. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. No. Okay. So you have the Empress card. For a second, I thought I had already mentioned Venus. This to me signifies, you know, a very earthy energy. And, oh yes, Venus rules Taurus, correct? It signifies a very earthy energy. And it's all about being grounded, having, what is the earth going to give you? The stability, beautiful, bountiful stuff. the luxury, all things that are ruled by Venus, which is all the good food, the good stuff, also money. Venus rules money, yes. And it also means pregnancy, right? It also signifies a female who has the power to summon. Okay, look at that. She's got a foot on this moon kind of a thingy, right? She has a power to summon or create whatever she wants to create, okay? And by pregnancy, it doesn't necessarily have to mean physical pregnancy. It could giving birth, planning, plotting, nurturing, something from the embryonic stage all the way up to its maturity so it can be delivered into the world as a complete entity, individual entity in and unto itself. So, this also tells me that this individual has a lot of power, and it's under the air card. A lot of you all commented and said, when, what's her face's name, lady, I don't want to mention names, her 65th birthday or whatever, y'all had written on the comments when her birthday was. I didn't make a note of it because I was like, so she definitely, this individual, this Empress, does control a lot. She does almost feel like she is so in charge of things that people go to her for help and advice. Now, another thing I'm also seeing over here is the feeling of loss, okay? The feeling of loss. Now, if you look at this, it is I don't know if you'll notice this. Let's take a look at that list again, okay? Let's see. So, I have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 names, right? One is Bharti Sahani or Sahani. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So, Bharti Sahani. Then we have Mirza, which is a guy. Rodolfo, a guy. Madison is a lady. Axel is a guy. Franco is a guy. Jacob is a guy. John Hilgert is a guy. So, if you look at that, Bharti, Madison, and Brianna are the only 3 women in this situation. Now, if you look at the fact, look at the age of all these people who have passed. I don't know exactly what the Bharti's age is, but per this list it says John Hilgert is 14, Brianna Rodriguez 16, Jacob Jurinek, again I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right, is 20, Franco Patino is 21, Axel Acosta Avila is 21, Madison Dubisky is 23, Rodolfo Pena is 23, Mirza Danish Beg is 27. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 120, 140, 150, 160, 63, 64, 65, 165. That is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. It would help if I knew Bharti's age. See, what this is telling me, this is a bit weird. If you look at the age group of the people, yeah, it's all going to be young people who are going to go for it. But if you look at that, they are all in their prime of youth, right? Prime of their lives. Their lives have just barely started and they're just kind of figuring out. The oldest is 27 over here, the person who passed. So they are in that age group where it's the most, you want to say, the best part, right? Like you're coming onto yourself, you're finding your feet, you're now getting into the world and you're going forth, right? Of course, a 14-year-old is just at the brink of just at the brink of, growing up still. But if you look at the age groups, they are at their most, fertile, okay, in terms of their ability to go out into the world and do what they need to. They are at their best health possibly, because as we get older, all kinds of health issues, granted, a lot of young people also get health issues, I'm not saying no, but for the most part, people in that age are a lot more healthier than if you take a demographic of 45 to 55 or 35 to 45 or such, right? And of course, a lot of young kids also get seriously ill. I get it. But typically that age group, their life is just about to start. They're just venturing out. They just decided where to go, how to go. Even in terms of their relationships, again, I'm not applicable to the 14-year-old, the minors. They have. I'm pretty sure they are not in a phase in their life where they can say I've had 4 or 5 relationships, or that's all, because they're still new. They're still starting, right? So to have this happen with young blood being oh God, I gotta be so careful using words, lost, right? Young lives be lost. It's like, what are you feeding? Who are you feeding? What did you think that this was going to accomplish? Whose little bank account was going to be replenished? Read between the lines, y'all. Seriously. I hope you understand what I'm saying and what I'm addressing and what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say those specific words, but some of y'all caught on really quick in my previous video, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Then we have, I'm going to say, whenever the next moon is, new moon, okay, there is going to be something else, full moon or new moon. I'm going to say new moon. There's going to be something else pop up regarding this case. It is a case. Then we have the Chariot card. The Chariot card is ruled by Cancer. And the Cancer is all about water. Now, isn't it a wonder that we just now are seeing a water element here? Okay? Isn't that weird that you're seeing just the water element right now? So the Chariot card, okay, says balance, attention to detail, maintaining focus, something, if you look at the moon, it's under the guise of darkness, under the shroud of darkness. I am going to say that these two people, right, are the same two people who are here. Okay? Now, let's look at the Cancer. Typically, if you look at the astrology, the sun is considered masculine. Don't go off on me, y'all. I didn't decide that the sun was masculine and moon was feminine. That's been going on for ages. I didn't put those labels. But because people will be like, how dare you do that? I didn't decide that the sun was masculine and the moon was feminine. Somebody else way back when, and so that kind of an observation has come through. And the sun is associated with fire, and the moon is associated with water and emotions. So, sun is masculine, father, moon is feminine, mother. This also to me is speaking of Travis's wife. I'll come back to that. So this is telling me that there are a couple of people in the grand scheme of things that do not know, cannot comprehend the extent of the planning and the true reasons for such an event. One of them is Travis's girlfriend or wife, whether they're married or they're living together, whatever the case may be. I am pretty sure she does not comprehend the depths of, or the gravity or the severity or the seriousness of what all the stuff is. I don't think she quite understands. I don't think she wants to understand. She's like, I don't care, just make me famous. She doesn't care why, how are you going to do it, how are you going to make it happen, mom, but just make me famous. So by that I mean that she doesn't even understand half of this stuff. She thinks it's all a bunch of this and that. She's in her own la la land. She is also going to reconsider if she's going to progress with this fellow in the future, as in if they're going to continue down the life path together. And then you have the sun card. Now the sun card is talking about, sun is the kid, sun also means father, sun means the sun is shining, everything is fine, go make hay while the sun shines. But the sun also, if it gets too hot, it'll burn you, it'll kill you. What are the odds that you start off with the fire card and you end with this? So I'm going to say that there is that intense pressure, like the heat is on from both ends. So this group of people who are in the middle are really feeling that intense energy. They are really feeling that, oh my God, the heat is really on. It's like they're sweating bullets. There is going to be a single individual who is going to take the fall for all this. Sad thing is that individual is not necessarily directly responsible, but because of the fact that he or she is at the helm of wherever she or he is, they are going to take the fall, because it's going to be like, you should have checked, you should have done, you should have. It's either the insurance, not the insurance, the organizers, and or the what you call those guys, the security company. This group is desperately trying to still maintain balance. They did not expect, they knew what was going to happen. They knew there were going to be questions and a lot of talk, but they didn't realize how much of a talk. Hang on 1 second, 20, 40, 48, 51, 56, 57. That is 13. Why does it keep bringing me back to the third house? So 19 plus 9 is 28, 31, 38, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 2. So it keeps bringing me back to the third house and the second house. So the second house is value, talents, possessions, ability to earn income. And the third house is immediate environment and short trips. So I have a feeling that this fellow's ability to earn income, his popularity is going to shrink, his fan base is going to shrink, and he is definitely going to be making some short trips for sure. He is going to change his immediate environment for a little bit. He's going to move away from this situation and from his place of residence with this chick. He's going to be going a little bit, what's the word? Almost like he's going to be hiding. There is also a great plan for him to seek psychiatric help, because they're going to come out with that bullcrap saying that he is so shaken up by this that he is undergoing psych treatment or something like that. They're going to say that. Watch. No matter how much money he decides to give them, it's not going to be enough. I would be really surprised if this entertainer, this artiste, is going to be able to bounce back from this. First and foremost, he has no talent. That's just my opinion. Right? And then add to this all this. See, but this is what happens, you guys. You sign your life away to the devil. I mean, it's like you want that so bad that you're willing to do anything. You don't read between the lines. You don't look and think for yourself. You have these blinders on and say, I just want to be like that and be like this. And there are people who do all this stuff, and then you sign up with them. And now you have a wake-up call, because he's got a wake-up call now. Now he's like, oh shoot, I want out. He's not going to be able to get out. You think they're going to let him go? You're cuffed with these people, with this group. They're not going to say, okay, here buddy, go, bye-bye. They're not. Because it's like, too much is stuck with us. We're not going to risk letting you out in the free world. So he's kind of basically shafted himself. All right, hang on. Let's get this other deck here, which... Mama beans. This card, this deck. Want to make sure. Yeah, I have. Okay. And to those winners who are wondering when you're going to get your gifts, y'all, I promise I'll send it. I'm still working on it. I'm getting a couple of things, organizing things. And I just found out that one of the winners is from Canada and one is from Norway or Netherlands. Where is she from? Wait. Oh, I wrote it down somewhere. But it's okay. We'll get it. So I'm like, I better make sure, because I don't want it to go all the way over to another continent, Norway is a different continent, but have issues, because then customs will be like, oh, you can't send this and oh, you can't send that. I don't want that, right? Even with Canada, right? And they'll be like, oh, this has so much of value, and so now you have to pay to receive it and stuff. I mean, that wouldn't be right. So I'm kind of figuring things out. So yes. Let's figure out what's going on. Let me see. Please show me what I need to see with regards to the people who died at Astroworld. Oh, crazy. I'll show you guys the cards. Okay. All right, so oh my goodness, y'all. The Hierophant. So with the Magician, it's telling me that the people who have passed their soul, they hold the entertainer responsible for it. Because they're saying you could have stopped it, you could have stopped it, you could have stopped it. And I completely agree. I haven't seen this. Like I said, I don't know who this entertainer is. I never heard of him. I seriously don't think he's worth my time in terms of listening to his material. I don't know whether you'll remember, at one time I had made a statement. I said, for me, as far as entertainers are concerned, it's not so much as how popular they are right now, right? They may not be the most famous actor or most famous actress or whatever, the highest grosser, or that sort of stuff. But who are they as human beings? Who are they behind their once they leave the spotlight and the stage? What kind of people are they? Are they nice people? Do they help people? That sort of stuff. That is what truly makes me them would push me towards saying I'm a fan of theirs, or I really like that person or such. It's not just because, oh, you look so pretty, or you're so handsome. No, that's there are a few entertainers, actors, singers, musicians, artists, whoever, who have done so much good, who have contributed so much to so many organizations, so many groups and such, and they don't go about like blabbering it and making a big announcement out of it. They, for the sake of publicity or PR, they on the quiet, on the down low, they've done so much, y'all. Those are the people who I truly appreciate, because they're not going to make a donation for like $6-7 million, and then their PR person will release a statement to the press, or the Entertainment Times, or whatever those magazines are called. Oh, guess what? So and so donated so much money to such and such a cause. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. They go and they, if they need to start a soup kitchen or do this or do that, they've actually gone and done it. They've donated directly to, hospitals where children are being treated for cancer, that sort of stuff. Animal rescues, this, that, and the other. They on the quiet, they don't go around blowing their trumpet. As opposed to the fools who are like, oh, you know what? I made $10 million, so I'm going to donate so and so. Yeah, you're doing, and then you make a big announcement of it. Yeah, probably because your CPA told you as a tax write-off, you better do it or you're going to get dinged by the IRS. So they'll be like, okay, fine, I'll donate, and then we'll spin it around and then make it some good publicity stunt. I'm like, we know people like that, right? So as far as this clown is concerned, yeah, I called him a clown. No respect for him. There was a video that I saw, one of you guys sent me a clipping, not a video, a clipping of somewhere. Apparently he had another event, and he announced on the microphone, on the, what do you call, the mic, that one of the audience was trying to steal his shoes or something, and then he got them bumped off as in moved off the premises, etc. And he's so concerned about that, but he couldn't be concerned about people falling down. There are a lot of people who have come and saying that, oh, he didn't know what was going on. Excuse me, like it's happening. He himself said, can somebody come and help somebody? But that's after the fact. But he could have stopped the concert right then and there. He could have stopped it. I think the fact that they're saying, oh, he didn't stop it because he didn't want the panic to increase. No, he could have stopped it. He could have said, everybody just calm down for a few minutes and just back up and just let them do their job. And I don't think he did that. Like, he made a statement, everybody show your middle finger, and everybody showed their middle finger. Like, so don't tell me the crowd wouldn't have listened to him. Clearly the crowd did. So if he had told the crowd, hey, give space, step back, don't push, don't shove, you think the crowd would not have listened? I don't know. So these people are holding this guy responsible for all the stuff that happened there. This man is going to be haunted by these souls. Then you have the Seven of Cups, right? And the Seven of Cups, as we know, right, is too many choices, too many issues, too many commitments. It's a gaslighting card. This individual did have choices. He could have stopped. That's what they're saying. He had so many choices, so many options, so many times he had the opportunity to stop, and he did not. He continued to go. He had the opportunity to stop the whole concert dead in its tracks and made sure not any more people would have been trampled, but he didn't. He had the opportunity to tell people to back off. He didn't. He had the opportunity to sit down with his his security people, because it's like the manager of him and the manager of them, they sit and figure out everything. He should have sat in on the meetings and asked them what they truly are capable of, what is their record and what is their history. There's another video floating around where this young lady, she was interviewed by some news media or somebody else, And she's come right out and she said, look, she apparently was one of the first people who actually raised a red flag saying that this is nonsense or whatever. I don't know all of it, I caught some of it. That she's saying, look, they're advertised for people to come and work for this concert, and I thought I was going in just to either scan handbags or scan their wristbands. And little did I realize that what they were asking of me, I really didn't have the experience, or I didn't have the knowledge, let alone the experience to serve at that level. And that's what really freaked me out. She says, we were people who literally walked off from the streets to come and help here, and they called us security people. I'm not blaming her, just so you know, please. I'm going to tell everybody right now, I am not blaming this young lady for coming forth and telling us this. In fact, kudos to her for coming out forth and, making it known what her experience was and what she was led to believe she was going to do, and ultimately what they ended up expecting her to do. I hats off to her for coming forth and letting us know. So please don't go after that young lady. I have nothing against her. I have so much respect for her that she's coming forth and she's saying all this stuff, because keep in mind, see, you have all these powerful people doing all these shenanigans. The general public need to be careful too, because retaliation can be bad. So with that kind of money and power, your retaliations. So I hope she's safe. I hope she's continued to be safe, and hats off to her for coming forth. It's like she's going up against Goliath here and telling us that what was she asked to do, and ultimately what they were expecting her to do. And she's like, I don't want to have anything to do with this, or something to that effect. Go look up the video, you guys, you'll know. So I respect that young lady. Hats off to her. She's so bold and so strong for coming forth and letting us know. So it's like he had all those opportunities to sit and to clarify and to make sure everything was fine. He did not. So moving on. Then we have the King of Pentacles, right? No more sitting on top of the world thinking I'm going to make my millions of dollars out of this. It's completely reversed. So the Pentacle cards, as we know, the King of Pentacles is all about a solid and practical leader, wise investor, this, that, and the other. There's nothing solid, nothing practical anymore. This so-called person, this king, is like, now I'm going to be holding my pants up, the best I can, because all I got is the pants on my butt. That's it. So financially, quite a dent for him. Then you have the Eight of Wands. Now, as we know, the Eight of Wands is about speedy action, quick changes, and news arrives, but it was in the reverse. So this is telling me that this is not going to resolve right away. Okay? It is not going to resolve right away. There is going to be a lot more that's going to come of this case. The first initial 8 of them have passed, but that's not it. This is also telling me it's not just those 8 people. There are more people to pass. It's going to take some time. So now we know Bharti has passed. I hope nobody else does, but this is clearly telling me that more people are going to pass. Then we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is all about feeling, unfulfilled, apathy, and then sulking, and then the universe is giving you that one cup and saying, don't worry about the other 3 here, look this one, because you don't like the contents of this and you're sulking, but we'll give you this, right? It's in the reverse. So all those opportunities are gone. The universe is like, well, oh, honey bunches of oats, you ain't getting nothing anymore. So I am going to go out on a limb and say there are going to be, of course, 8 plus 1, Bharti is gone. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 more, y'all, either they'll come to pass or they will have severe limitations because of the injuries. So I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, but because I'm seeing 3 other people who are going to be deeply affected. 3 other families or 3 other people, however you want to look at it. And then we have the Death card, of course, and followed by the Devil. The Death card right under the Magician is telling me this is the end for you. whatever this musician's name is, I'm not even going to mention his name. This is the ending of your career, basically. It's like, I don't think you're going to bounce back from this. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to bounce back from this. And then we have the Devil card under the Seven of Cups. So the Devil card, as we know, is ruled by Capricorn. It's all about dependencies. It's all about deviant sexual energies. It's all about codependencies, toxic relationships. And it's under the Seven of Cups, the Gaslight card, right? So remember I said he had choices, he had opportunities to make the right decision to call, but he didn't. That's because he depended on the wrong people to make those decisions, and he just assumed that they are going to come through and do the right thing. So there is a little bit of exchange. You see how they are holding hands, like it almost looks like either one is offering something to the other and the other is accepting, or is like, take my hand and come with me type of thing. You see that? So this to me is also telling me that his dependency with that close group of people, you know what I mean, those group of, the tight group of people, that inner little consortium, has increased even more, because even though on the one hand he's saying that I want out, I can't do anything, they're like, there's no getting out. Once you sign up and you come in, that's it. There's no way out. So now he's like, oh shoot, then I'm going to have to depend on them one way or the other to bail me out of this. Now this is also telling me that he is depending on this group of people to resolve the cases and try their very best not to go into trial, so that they can settle all these families out of court and be done with it. Okay? Then we have like, okay, so yeah, so we can do that, but how much is it going to cost you? Well, he's saying, okay, this is all I got, I don't have any more. So they're like, oh no, you do have more. You may not have any more money, but you do have more, so we are going to expect you. It's like we want a pound of flesh, you know. So this codependency is there, this give and take. He is definitely relying on this so-called puppeteer a lot. There is an exchange of IOUs, which literally means I owe you. There is an exchange of that. This relationship is not going to end with his so-called handlers, organizers, his, higher ups. It's not going to end. Then we have the Strength card under the King of Pentacles, right? What did I say? Him feeling like he's on the top of the world and he can afford a lot? No. The Strength card is a Leo card, right? And the Strength card tells us very clearly, right? It's like, use your head, not your heart. Have the courage and fortitude to hold your power and make your decisions. Well, sure, I can do that as much as I want, but unfortunately, the situation is not permitting me to do that. I'm trying my level best to keep my head above waters. It's not. And then you have the Hangman, state of limbo. Don't know what to do. Just don't know what to do. Don't know where to go. I'm waiting. The Hangman under the Eight of Swords is telling me again that there is going to be more deaths. Okay? Then we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, as we know, is a Taurus energy. It's like show mercy, compassion. And that is under this card. Remember? I said the universe is like, no more for you, buddy. And I said more people are going to pass. There is going to be a group of people over there who's going to say, let's forgive and forget the entertainer. I'm also saying that the those who have passed, they are not vindictive against him. They are saying that yes, we hold him responsible, he could have done more. We came to see him and we were not expecting. None of them were ever thought, like, who thinks I'm going to go to a concert and come out dead? Nobody thinks like that. Their lives are cut short. They are very cognizant about that. But you know what? Here's a sad thing, y'all. You start off with the magician, which is the entertainer, and then you have this guy. To me, this is saying that they are forgiving of him. Okay? And the Hierophant, as we all know, is also very, very much the church, the organized religion, the whatever. Now, whether it is organized religion as in the church or organized religion as in the opposite of the church, if you know what I mean, right? So the Hierophant also is telling me that they are, okay, the one who's responsible for all this and organizing all of this. This person is also under fire now, under a little bit of pressure, because the doubt has been raised as to, are you really capable of being the head of this little group? So his or her situation is also a little bit rattled. Did I just see a rainbow? Oh my God, do you all see that, y'all? Do you see that? Oh, see that? Why is that going? See? It is the light, the sunshine. It's hitting over there. Do you see it? But why is it flickering though? Because nothing is flickering inside. Do you guys see that? Am I imagining it? See by the door, do you see? Oh, and the candle, and the camera went still. It's almost like that light that is from the window that's hitting the ceiling and hitting there. I almost saw it flicker over there. I don't know what's that. I just caught it from the corner of my eye. So, in a way, this group is definitely like, they are like, the souls who are past, they are like, we forgive him, but then again, we still hold him responsible for not having done what he could have done and he should have done. Now, the Hierophant also says, mercy and compassion, have some mercy and compassion for this entertainer. There's going to be a small group of people who are going to say, yeah, we'll have mercy and compassion for him because he, is responsible by default. But then again, people are going to say, but he actually didn't do it. So there's going to be some back and forth with that. I'm also going to say that the Hierophant is signifying the person who's responsible for this intimate group of people. That person's position is also a little bit jeopardized because there are certain people in the group who are like questioning him or her, saying that, are you really capable of being the leader that you claim to be? Like, this was not supposed to happen like this. It should have happened like on the down low, and it should not have been such a big circus, but it is. And so they are like, whatever. So this leader is also on the hot seat. I don't know why they're going after the leader though, but they are. The person who we discussed, the lady yesterday, the mother figure, she is also a little bit like, running a bit scared, meaning like, how do we do this? How do we extract ourselves from this? This is not ending anytime soon. This case is going to go forward. This is definitely something that's going to drag on for a while. They are going to do their level best to try to settle out of court and, give them compensation and money and this, that, and the other and kind of settle. But there are going to be a couple of people who are going to be like, nope, we're going to push forward. We are going to take more action. So that's what I'm saying. I wanted to very specifically read for those two young ladies, that Bharti and the other young lady, Miss Rodriguez, I believe her name is, right? Let me make sure. The other day somebody was like, oh, she doesn't even remember names. Yeah, I don't. Brianna Rodriguez, Brianna and Bharti. I'm not so much getting the energy from Madison as yet. It's a weird thing, but I will do readings at some point and then for them individually. But let me see. Bharti said she was so excited. She was so happy. She's very concerned though. She's very concerned for her family, her loved ones. I don't know. Four of Pentacles. She's not holding on anymore. Four of Pentacles reversed. So that feeling of insecurity, that holding on, that retreat, rest and all that, solitude is gone. She's flying free. She's like, I'm flying free. I can go to any concert I want. I can watch any concert I want. Page of Pentacles. Oh, she's talking about a lost connection with a younger male. So I don't know if it is a sibling, a younger male sibling, or her own age. I wanted to say so much or something. Somebody in the family has a birthday, or they just finished. Their birthday is coming up, or they just celebrated their birthday. And she's like, I wanted to give him something, and she's talking about a younger male person. I don't know. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is loss and regret, grief and feeling abandoned or unloved. It's in the reverse. So it's like, you know what? No more of feeling that. There's no more of that. Stop. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Don't feel like that. Why is everything reverse coming? Nine of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Wands is keeping and maintaining boundaries and being persistent. It's like, no more boundaries for me. I'm flying. I'm flying. I'm going to pull two more cards for her, and I'm going to stop because I'm beginning to feel very, very... what is the time for me here? It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't usually take a nap in the afternoons, but for some reason, all of a sudden, my eyes are just wanting to kind of close and fall asleep. So the energy is depleting. I have Four of Wands in the reverse and Queen of Wands. Every single thing in this... Oh my God, I wish you guys could... Camera, can you come back up, man? Please. Y'all, every single card, 6 cards I pulled, they're all in the reverse. Four of Pentacles reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Pentacles reverse. Nine of Wands reverse. Four of Wands reverse. Queen of Wands reverse. So much Pentacles. She feels sad though, because she says that, the one time I stepped out to go and enjoy myself and do something, I didn't expect this to happen, because she's also feeling a little dejected because she says that all the money that was spent on my education, she took a lot of pride in that. Four of Wands is like celebrations. It's in the reverse. It's like no more celebrations. Queen of Wands is again like a feisty person, confident and self-assured. She's like, no more of that either. It's almost like, oh, the cameras are... Oh my God, guys, did you see that again? See that? What's that? What's that light over there? I'm flipping out at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Because there's light from the window and the sun is setting. I get it. There's a ceiling light, my ring light and this table light, but none of them are flickering. They're solid lights, they're stable lights. Somebody watch that and see. I'm trying to catch it again to see what is going on. Did you catch that? Okay. This is the part that Bunny, no need to get excited. Okay, so he's also getting a little bit antsy. It's okay, baby. And my phone goes off. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I understand. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Bunny, you got dog breath. Oh my God, nasty dog breath. Okay, you gotta wait. Don't knock my things over. Bunny, go. Bunny, go. Bunny, go. Don't knock my things over. Go lay down. Go lay down, baby. I'll. Okay, lay down. It's okay. Lay down. It's okay. It's okay, baby. He's also getting a bit agitated. Okay, come here. Okay, let me finish this. So this whole thing about celebrating and wanting to, the happy, typical family life or whatever, that's kind of broken. It's very sad. And then you have the Queen of Wands. She's like, this being that strong, feisty energy. Yes, baby, what you want? Oh my goodness. Can you wait, please? It's okay. It's okay, wait. So, oh my goodness. Y'all, let me just get him out because he's pawing me. He wants something. Okay, come on. Come on, hurry up, quick. Right in the middle of the reading is when you have 101 demands. Come on. And he's not, no baby, I'm not coming out. Sorry about that, you guys. He was getting a little anxious here for some reason. Pawing me as well. Ow, Bunny. Thank you. So this is kind of really, really weird that all these cards are in the reverse. It's almost like the whole thing, the whole family is like turned upside down. Of course they will. They lost a loved one in such unexpected circumstances. Let me see. Oh my God, Queen of Pentacles. So many people are showing up, y'all. So many. See, I'm not holding the pack reversed. I'm not. Eight of Pentacles. Everything is reversed. What the heck is going on here? So Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we have so many people. We have the Page. Okay, we have the Queen, we have the Eight of Pentacles. They're all people over here. Eight of Pentacles is all about like, mastering your craft, enjoying your employment, continuing to work, progressing, through work. And then Queen of Pentacles, as we all know, is again, a resourceful person, typically the mother, who's all about the home, the hearth. Pentacles is an earth energy, so usually moms, are at home managing home and hearth. Completely shattered, yes, obviously. Her mom is going to do something with regards to Bharti's death, y'all. She's going to her mom is going to be instrumental in starting something that's going to help people and try to streamline things with regards to concerts and how concerts are being held and security and this and that and the other. Her mom's going to do something. She's like, mom is completely shattered right now. She's completely shattered right now. And everything has stopped in terms of the family. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6, 7, 5 out of 8 cards are Pentacle cards. She's like, no matter how much money you give my mom is going to say, no matter how much money you give me, it's not going to bring my daughter back. So what's the big deal? Right? But the mom is going to be very instrumental in starting something to help victims of such atrocities and tragedies. And her mom is going to start something that's going to help victims, people who have died in such situations. Her mom's going to do something, y'all. She's going to do something. Right now, she's completely shattered. Oh my goodness, of course she is. But give her some time. She's going to... somebody in the family that just celebrated the birthday or they're going to celebrate in the near future. She's also talking a lot about a younger male. I don't know if it is a brother or a cousin or a family member. She's talking about that person. She's saying she wanted to give that person something. I don't know what it is. Okay, let me see if I get anything else. See, it's all coming reverse. I'm not doing it, y'all. It's like crazy. This offer of affections to somebody is reversed. The Page of Swords, again, a person is reversed. And then you have the King of Swords. Everything is reversed. What? I'm not holding the card in reverse. Look, I'm not. Y'all, I'm going to do another reading for this young lady, because there's no point in me going on and on. I'm a little bit like taken aback by the fact that even though I'm not holding all the cards up in the reverse, the deck in the reverse, yeah, there are some cards that are reversed in this, but the fact that every single card is coming out reversed is a little bit weird now. Because Page of Cups is, somebody bringing in and offering emotions, or bringing in some good news that's going to be nice, or announcing some good news that's stopped. Then Page of Swords, it's like making swift decisions, bringing something to the surface with regards to, information, etc. is off. All that gossip and prying eyes and talking is all hushed down. Everything is hushed down. King of Swords is again somebody who is strategic in the thought process, strategic in the thinking, smart, cerebral. Everything has come to a stop. The way I'm looking at it, her whole family has come to a complete grinding stop. Like, it's like everything has just stopped for them. It's like they're so shocked and so taken aback that everything has come to a stop for them, as is imaginable. I mean, anybody, right? It's like you just be in that state of shock. It's like you can't do anything. I'm going to stop you on my energy is also whatever. So we'll pick it up again, okay? All right, thank you.